this time of year has so much significance to me, so much significance to my family. This time, 3 years ago, is when they finally let those chains off. It's crazy because my mom even called my wife today and said, "How's he doing?" And I'm like, what? Why didn't she ask me that? And she asked my wife, "How's Wes doing?" Because I got busted on my birthday, November 26th, which actually falls on Thanksgiving this year. I got busted and went away for this whole time. And then around this same time, 10 years later, is when I was finally getting released. I got released December 17th. So the fact is this is just so crazy how everything played out. It's so crazy how it all played out. And the biggest thing is I just understand, like, my mom thinks that date fucks with me mentally or something. Fuck no, it's all a celebration. I don't think you guys realize the only thing you should celebrate in life is when you no longer need to celebrate in life. The only time you're ready to get off of a lockdown is when you no longer care about being on lockdown. And the only time you're ready to get out of prison is when you no longer care about getting out of prison. I had become so consumed with my daily process. I was so present for so long. I knew nothing would change, but I was different. I had been operating from a present state, flow state, so consumed with my own personal development growth, I didn't care. Essentially, what I do for a living now is what I would have done for free because I loved it. I needed it. It was what cleared my mind. It was what gave me positivity. It's what put love in my heart. It gave me respect for self and others. This process did everything for me. And when nobody else was there for me, this process was. It never let me down. On my worst of days, I hit the floor and it saved my life. That's why I had to pass it on. That's why I come on here and pass it on daily. It'll save you from a divorce, alcoholism, depression, anxiety, drug addiction, a personal development process. Will save you from all of this because it's not what you're fucking getting, you guys. It's what you're building inside. You're disciplining yourself and you're building someone who can do anything they want because their mind is so strong. I no longer cared about getting out. That doesn't mean I was the dumb fuck who was acting out. Oh, I don't care about getting out. I'll stay in here. That's what a fat, dumb little 14-year-old fuck does and says. I don't care, Mom. I'm not eating. I'm not even hungry then when they are, okay? I was more like, let's go. And then I got out and just did the same thing. The first thing I did with my gate money when I got out, you got $200 worth of gate money. The first thing I did was say, hey, I need a pair of Chucks and a gym membership. The next day after getting out, I did not sleep in. I don't think that's ever been done. I don't think a person on this planet ever did 10 fucking years and didn't sleep in the next day because they were so institutionalized, so programmed up that they were at the gym first thing in the morning. I was so into this wake-up time, so invested in this process that it meant the world to me. It gave me everything. How could I turn my back on it? And then you guys, look how far I've came in the last 3 years, and I've never deviated. That's how you know someone truly lives it. It's so much different to be able to go through these steps at the bottom and this and that. And when you only had this, you didn't have nothing else in your life. It's so much different. But when you bring it, you bridge it, that gratitude, that action, this whole process, when you bridge it from the bottom straight to the top and you still never deviated and never will, it's because someone needs it. People post these quotes. When you need it like, you'll be successful when you need it like air. Shut the fuck up, mother. I never seen people follow through on shit like I have, except the pupils that I've taught. And they make me so proud every day. I watch them. I watch them learn to take pride in the smallest things of life. Damn, I've been up every day for the last 180 days. Damn, I showed up at the gym every day for the last year. When you start to talk to yourself like that, your internal dialogue it's indestructible. It cannot be stopped. When your internal dialogue never goes bitch, never goes victim, and never taps, you cannot be broken. Like I said, these bitches, a lot of these fucking pussies, they know the program, they know the get down, they throw it away the second they get out. Why? Because their internal dialogue was that of a defeatist victim bitch the whole time. They weren't even doing it for them. They were just upholding the fucking look. They were just acquiring. They were just appearing to be that convict motherfucker, that real one who really lives it. They were just appearing. Some people became it. And fuck the convict shit, all that bullshit, because it was all a fraud. Once I saw what was really going on, I saw that it was all a fucking farce. It was all fake as fuck. Where are they at now? Where are they at? How many of them made it? How many of them really fucking applied it? And the ones that did, I'm always so proud of you motherfuckers, because the hardest thing we can do is choose to be positive today in every way. When you are that negative motherfucker, the hardest thing you could do is choose to be positive today and then do it the fuck again tomorrow. I can't even begin to express how proud I am of all you motherfuckers that beat your drug addictions, that beat depression, beat anxiety, beat these eating disorders, beat this fucking titty-having, pussy-ass, bitch-ass shit where you drown yourself in alcohol and act like the titties ain't real, act like you're okay with yourself because you get some false sense of self. Fuck that shit. We earn that shit around here. We wake up and we look in the mirror, we say, fuck yeah. Even if you're not there yet, if your actions, your daily fucking habits are in alignment where you're going, you'll look in the mirror and by contrast to who you were yesterday, you'll say, fuck yeah. And that's all I need. That's all I need. Give me a week. Give me a fucking week. Sign the fuck up and give me a fucking 3 days. When we align you for 3 days, you'll be like, Wes, what the fuck is this? Why do I feel so good? Oh my God. You guys are fucking over consuming everything. Overconsumption is just drowning out your third eye. You can't see nothing. The days I carb up, I'm like, fuck, I'm a shell of myself. I felt low vibe today. I blamed it on winter's coming, it's getting cold out, I ate too many carbs, this, that, the other. I came home right now and said, fuck that. We can't let that mindset exist. If you let that mindset exist, that victim mindset, then you give yourself comfort there. People have been victims for so long that they get comfortable. They create neurological pathways in their mind where their mind just goes to that victim shit and they're comfortable there. And you can do the opposite if you create comfort and habitually construct a savage mindset of that motherfucker that won't be denied. So I came the fuck home when I was telling myself I felt low vibe, got the fuck out the car, and it hit that motherfucking floor. And guess what? That floor didn't let me down. That floor will never let you the fuck down. That heart in your chest that tells you you're still beating. I don't give a fuck if you're suffering. The best thing about suffering is it's a for sure sign you're still alive. Get the fuck up today and let's go. Why is everybody still believing it's a choice? This is just adherence to the call of your conscience. You're not choosing it. It's not, hey, I want a six-pack. I desire to have one, so I will get one. That takes all the power away from it. There's a call from within for a greater reason, and more often than not, this call is a warning. If you wake up and it's telling you to drop this weight, it's because you're off your path. It could be health problems. It could be you missing the alignment towards where you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to meet, where you're supposed to go. If you're drinking too much and you're getting this call, you gotta quit. You have to quit. I need to quit. And it's calling you strongly from within. The greater the call, the more in need the change is. This is a warning. Something bad is gonna take place. Your conscience never lies to you. Why do you guys only believe your conscience when it's like, I knew I shouldn't have pulled out right there. I thought there was gonna be a cop. And then you get a ticket. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Why is that not applied to the serious things in life? Quit yelling at your wife. Quit over fucking eating. You're gonna eat yourself into the grave or just live a subpar existence. Both, actually. Quit drinking so much. Drop the drugs. All these things that your conscience tells you is the hookup. That's the path being supplied from the universe. I went from general population to greater purpose with just this understanding of conscience congruency. When I really got in the mirror, listened to my conscience, and made the needed changes, my whole life changed. You superficial fucks, have some fucking faith. You're not the one making these calls. You're not. Who do you think's talking to you? When you show up one day, he's gonna be like, hey, dumb fuck, I've been talking to you the whole time. Fuck don't you listen for? And you're like, oh, I thought I was choosing what I wanted to do with my life because I'm me and I do what I want. This is the fucking problem. A bunch of people looking for purpose, but thinking that they decide what their fucking purpose is. Your purpose is only plan A, motherfucker. We're out here screaming, fuck a plan B, because we don't need a plan B when it's being supplied from within. In the penitentiary, I had to go against most everything everyone believed in, from the dope to the fucking easy money to all those things I used to believe in. I was the worst. I had to get in that fucking mirror. True growth occurs when we really call ourselves the fuck out on all this shit. And what calls you out more than your conscience? When you're hungover and sitting there like, damn, you need to quit. Damn, you need to quit. Damn, you feel like shit. Damn, you didn't get nothing done today. And you're still not gonna fucking listen. Stubborn ass, bitch ass, baby bitches, straight up. When I started just living in complete congruence with my conscience, everything developed. So then you're just living this monotonous, repetitive day. And it's not monotonous, repetitive because you're able to reflect upon what you regret from the day before and change it. So the pride attached to it far outweighs whether you liked doing it or not. Fuck. You deserved it. I didn't like it. Who the fuck, what the fuck world is that where you get to do what you want and be who you want in the same what? So you get to do what you want all day and still become who you want and have everything you want. Fucking world is that? Learn to sacrifice. Learn to understand that growth is overcoming the struggle. All these things all these fucking things that have been continually fucking you over your whole life. So then people are like, Wes, how the fuck? How do I get the strength? Day by day, we're building it. We're building the strength day by day. Each step towards adhering to our conscience, the path illuminates and it becomes more and more clear. And it's not even truly vision. It's not even truly the vision, it's the feeling. You start to feel so fucking good, so high fucking vibe from being better that you're just feeling it from within and you know it in your soul. You trust it with everything and you wouldn't break from your personal development process in these steps, adhering to your conscience to be your best for anything, because it's the best feeling you've ever felt. More than that food, more than the bottom of that fucking bag, more than that bottle, more than that shit you bought. It's the best feeling known to man. And when I see people on my team and my group, and we get on these Zoom calls weekly with my group, and I see it in their eyes, I feel it in their energy, I know they're changing, and then their family thanks me, and we just all sit there, and we can't get enough of these calls in that moment, in the vibe, flow state, just personified. And this is the essence of what humans are after. This is the true essence of everything. As soon as you understand this, you'll know you've been looking in the wrong place your entire life. Get the fuck up, reflect on regret, and make the changes, and you will be so proud of yourself. I need you to do this. This is what works. There's no fucking way that steadily fucking perpetual pleasure chasing is going to lead you anywhere but pain. True fucking pain. If you fail to follow your vision, that you're being supplied from above, your vision's singular to you. Know that. Know that your vision is singular to you. So the test is that the modern world and everybody around you is going to tell you it's not going to work. Because they don't see it. It's singular to you. Only you see it. So as you start to believe it, oh, fuck you, shut up. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, I feel great. Why don't you ever ask me about how I feel about adhering to my vision? Why do you always care about the fucking result that I'm after? How about I feel great and that's the result I get every day? Do you feel great, motherfucker? Ask them those questions when they're worried about if you're doing the right thing with your life because all you're doing is working on personal development. Ask them that shit. The fact is explanations, friends don't need them, enemies won't believe them anyways. They're probably just have become enemies for the time being because they're threatened by your discipline. It happens, trust me. Your high vibe is calling them to match it. Those around you, you're at a higher vibe now when you live in this manner. And now your high vibe is calling the people around you to match them. And they're threatened by it. They haven't linked discomfort with progression. They haven't linked discomfort with growth. So they just feel threatened by you. They feel uncomfortable around you. And they don't know how to act, so they hate. But it's all good. We understand them. So we just wait till they're ready. And when they come around, we lift them up. That's what we the fuck do. That's what we fucking do. But the main thing is your test is that the whole world's going to tell you that your vision isn't going to work. Think about everybody who changed this planet. Everyone was against them. Tell them it's not going to work. They're crazy. They're this, they're that, the other. And they just still stuck to it. They still pushed through it. So push the fuck through and gain that strength towards your vision daily by adhering to these steps. And the steps are the call from your conscience. If you don't hear it loud and clear, spend more time with yourself. The best way to tap into your conscience is through my process, the wake-up time, the reading and journaling, reflection, the training, and the macronutrient deficit that puts you close to yourself and teaches you to just listen within through the suffering. Suffering is the sole origin of consciousness. Don't ever waste a good fucking tragic moment. Don't ever waste a good fucking crisis. I know you guys got this. You guys are picking it up and we're growing. We're fucking going. We're growing. We're going straight to the top. And straight to the top is that feeling in your heart where you're vibing so high. You didn't crack all day. You weren't rude to one person. You got up at the time you wanted to. You worked out your hardest. You fucking were developing every characteristic of the person you admire. That's what the fuck it's all about. The person you admire, working wholeheartedly daily to create this motherfucker you admire so that you're proud. Anything else is following societal standards and being a massive follower. What the fuck do you admire? Acquire that. Let's go. It determines what penitentiary you're at in the security level. So I start off level 4, drop to level 3, then drop to level 2. I was what they call a hard 19 because of a violent crime, so I could never go below a level 2. Never could go to a fire camp or a level 1 yard. So by the time I had dropped from a 4 to a 3 to a 2, I didn't know what I had become. I came in like everybody else. I was like, fuck this. I don't want to fucking catch more time for this stupid shit you motherfuckers are doing here. And by the time I came down to a level 2, I saw through everybody else's eyes what I had become. And to show you what I had become, I have to explain somebody to you. Big Block from IE. This cat had a big old pop belly. He worked in the kitchen. White boy. Whip, little blonde whip. Had a hairnet on all the time. Hairnet, boots. This was his get down. This is how he rolled. Rolled around like he didn't give a fuck. Had that strap on him 24/7 in the front pocket. Put a drop pocket in the front of your shorts and you put something in there at all times that you can get quick. And he had the drop pocket in the front of his shorts with that piece in it, that banger. And he rolled around like that all the time. This cat was so crazy. When we were in Oklahoma, he caught a bunny outside, an actual rabbit. And he brought it inside and kept it in a shower bag in his cell. And everyone's like, damn, that's dirtbag. You have a bunny in there? But he liked it. So we thought, until someone said, hey, let me see that rabbit. And the motherfucker like pancaked the rabbit in a shower bag and pushed it under the door. Like a crack like this big little bunny to show the person outside the cell because we were on lockdown. I'm like, dude, this dude's fucking nuts. But anyways, the thing about Block, even my old Sally in the Shoe Swally was like, Block gives me anxiety. This motherfucker, anyone he comes around, you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. He was a liability. And everybody was like, fuck, dude, get away from me, dude. This dude's gonna cause a problem at any moment. There's a lot of guys in the pen, like you would expect, that would cause a problem at any moment because they're just fucking liabilities. They get off on that shit. So as I come to a level 2, I look in these guys' eyes and I'm telling them the story about Block. I'm telling these guys the story about Block, and they're sitting there like looking at me like, Wes, you're Block to us now. And this is when I knew who I had become. I had become the motherfucker who used to just give everybody anxiety and be like, fuck, dude, get away from me. But I was doing it a different way, so it's fucking so much different. When he was manipulating with fear because everybody knew he had a knife on him, I'm inspiring, but still way up front, hard truth speaking, and down to get him up at any moment so these guys in level 2 would listen because I had the best of intentions for them. And I knew there was 2 ways. I could inspire them or manipulate them. And they had been manipulated since they got in the penitentiary. And I wasn't about to be that motherfucker. I know that as a leader, you have to have no foreseeable weakness. This is where you motherfuckers are fucking up. You're trying to be a leader, but then they look at you, they see that you have fucking tits. So the dad with titties, who's obviously got a drinking problem and a pizza burger eating problem, he's trying to sit there and tell his daughter how to drop her pill addiction, how to get off the opiates she's on or whatever. And she's just looking at him like, Dad, you got your own fucking problems. You got your own weaknesses. Look at your tits. Look at your 18-pack. Look at your shit. That's the way out. So if you want to be a real leader, we have to make you bulletproof. You give your people a fucking way out when you have so much foreseeable, obvious weaknesses. We all have weaknesses. But they don't have to be so directly obvious. And your known ones, you should be laser focused on to level up. The fact is that these motherfuckers don't get it. And they don't have extreme accountability to say, if I was that guy under me, I wouldn't listen to me either. Obviously, I don't listen to me in some areas. I listen to myself in all areas. Some areas take longer to level up, but there is complete accountability, complete fucking honesty in every weakness. And I can't even get through the sentence without saying it. So my known weaknesses are obviously the relationships, the intensity, not knowing how to stay present. How the fuck is someone who's been institutionalized for the last fucking 10 years supposed to just get out and learn how to be present when they've lived in a projected state the fucking last 10 years, always viewing from above and operating from a mental witness and never truly being attached to their feelings? So yeah, that's something I work on. I admit it. When you admit your weaknesses, you're able to just focus on them and level up. And this dude Block had so fucking many that he was just shame glorifying. It was shame glorification. Shame glorification is such fucking bullshit. When you see that fat person who's just like, oh yeah, acting like they love the pizza, but then after the regret. When you see that alcoholic that's acting like they're having fun drunk, and then the next day they hate their life. When you see that dope fiend that's acting like they like their life, and they're glorifying that hood life, they're selling this fucking work, they're breaking down the shit, and you know in their heart they cry about it later. Shame glorification gets you in one fucking place, and that's the penitentiary, and it's real fucking quick. But the other side of it is your health, everything like that. It just gets you in hot fucking water. Shame glorification on the dope sales side, which that's why Block was in there. Everyone's in there for dope sales, robbery, or violence attached to dope. So, I mean, it just was bad traits that kept getting passed along. This motherfucker was just one of those dudes who just had that energy. Bad fucking energy. Now, I got around these level 2 cats, and they were good dudes. A lot of them had done stretches before. But fresh off the street, you don't have the same mentality as a motherfucker who's been doing a stretch. When I first got busted, I was sitting there like, fuck no, I ain't doing no extra time for this shit. I ain't fucking doing that. I literally was like, fuck, I hope my lawyer picks up my fucking appeal and I go home. Everybody's hoping that they get that call. When you get stretched out, you're always hoping they're going to call and they're going to pull you out that motherfucker. That's the reality of it. You guys been to county. You've done all this shit, or you've had something bad happen. You're just fucking, there's no way this is true. There's no way. Imagine that 10-piece. And you're just like, fuck, it's real. You end up committing to that life. It's harder to come back to this one. So laser focus on your weaknesses. If you're the leader of your family unit, of your people, like you fucking should be, work on extinguishing all weaknesses so that you don't give them a way out. You're the problem if you're giving them a way out. If you're crushing it physically, mentally, financially, and you're just, you know what the fuck in all these areas, you don't have no fucking guesswork in any of these areas, then you're a proper leader and you'll be able to raise them up to their highest potential. Like I did the dudes in the pen, like Whiskey from SFV, like Pup from Lancaster. I mean, like Books from IE, like Wagner from SGV. These were little homies. Like some were older than me and they're still little homies. The thing is out here it's the same fucking shit and you guys aren't getting it. In there's just no hiding. So if they were about to get all strung out on dope, I'm going to see and be like, fuck that. Pull your shit together. Your family's better than that. You love remember when you cried on Christmas, Whiskey, about this shit, about missing your family? How the fuck you going to go back? And the thing is these are great dudes. I love every single one of them. And I put all my effort into it and my ass on the line every time I spoke up, because motherfuckers don't want to hear it when they're fucking up. They'll just tee off on you. You guys, the hard truth tellers are the ones that care. Be one of them, but back it the fuck up by not having any foreseeable weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, but don't have them so fucking obvious. The obvious ones where it proves that you're not listening to yourself cannot be there anymore. They have to be extinguished. Let's get on this fucking program. I got all the love in the world for you guys. And the thing is I know once you adopt this program where your habits are non-negotiable, your wake-up time, your workout, your reading and reflection, your macros, when that's non-negotiable, you automatically graduate to what I was talking about, operating from your mental witness. Now you live in that zone. You're accountable to your thoughts. When you're accountable to your thoughts, because no energy is spent on negotiating with the actions, you're just purely attacking it at the root. So you're much more effective. No energy is wasted on negotiating with the actions because you have them on autopilot. So all your energy goes to structuring those thoughts in the correct manner so that you just crush it in all your goals. Let's stay focused. Let's fucking your enemies. Facing your enemies. So one time the shit kicked off. Sentinella, Sea Yard, it kicked off with the Southsiders and the Blacks. Now we roll with the Southsiders. We went on a 6-month lockdown. When we were about to be let out of this lockdown, everybody knew the issue was not resolved. It was not resolved. I was in cell 232, the second cell from the end of the top tier. So if they started at 233, they're letting me out next. So I'm going to be right in the fucking thick of it. And I'm just saying, fuck, start on A side. Don't start on C side. If they start on C side with the unlock, it's a wrap. We're the first cell going up against the Blacks in 233. That's just how it is because we roll with the Southsiders. If you're in the penitentiary and you're a white boy, you roll with the Southsiders and you will get it up with this other race, even though it wasn't even a beef of yours, because that's the allegiance we have. That's the allegiance we have in there. So here we are just waiting and hoping that it doesn't crack on our side. And some tough guys will say, I hope it cracks on my side. Watch me. I was never that motherfucker. I did what I had to do. I never glorified all the violence. Halfway through my term, I said I'd rather get stabbed than stab you because I don't like to pay that karmic debt that I know I hurt another man. I don't like that. And this is the true enemies I go to right here, the enemies within. The way we act. It doesn't matter what's happening. The outside stimulus is always going to take place. Your response is what you pay for. So don't try to avoid the stimulus. Change your response. So in this manner, out here, the biggest stimulus that we face is our internal foes. The greatest foes we must combat daily, we must chiefly combat, exist within. And in the penitentiary, it was the same thing on that 6-month lockdown. It was yourself. Your biggest enemy was your comfort zone. Do I have to get up? Nobody's watching me. They can't tell if I'm up. Fuck that. My word's on it. My word's on it. So the fact is that you had to use these fucking stepping stones in overcoming your comfort to strengthen yourself. If you fall victim to comfort all the time, you become weaker and weaker and weaker. Your self-talk is weaker. Your actions are weaker. And then when a big event comes and takes place, you're too fucking weak to overtake it. What I'm teaching you guys is that if your self-talk and your actions are in line with being the strongest version of yourself, when your triggers come about, whether it's anger, alcohol, food, whatever the fuck your trigger is, when it comes about, you're strong enough to choose the positive situation, positive outcome over the negative one and push yourself in the right direction. This is what it's all about. The baseline discipline increase through learning that discomfort needs to be your comfort zone. Discomfort needs to be your fucking comfort zone. When I learned to take pleasure in not being pleased, I was able to combat all the shit that plagued me my whole life. As I get more comfortable at the top of this building in this life, I see and I can relate to people's issues that they have fighting their comfort zone, their comfort in food. These are fucking bitch problems. Your fucking food, your fucking diet, your workout, these are bitch problems. People have real problems. Look at your problem. Is it very fucking common, you common motherfucker? Yes, it is. Nobody got stretched out. Nobody got life. Nobody died. There's someone on their deathbed right now wishing they had your fucking problems. Wishing. How ungrateful are we? The fucking ego of a victim that's facing a small problem is sickening. They really believe that no one could fucking comprehend their problem that they have. They cheated on their diet, or they ate too much, or they're fat, and in 6 months of work's going to be too hard for them to get the body they want. Fuck is that shit. Nothing but ungrateful. Nothing. The only cure to all this is the pump. The pump is the cure. And it doesn't matter your workout. At-home push-ups, pull-ups, anything you could do to get that pump, that PMA, that positive mental attitude, get that rate of vibration up, that ROV, and send it. Start to earn 2 to 3 hours. Off a workout, I earn 2 to 3 hours of positivity in my day, positive thoughts, feelings, and vibrations for the next 2 to 3 hours. And then I have to do something else. I have to do another little workout or work with people in a positive manner and push goodness into the world. Goodness is uneventful. It does not flash. It glows. Glow throughout your fucking day. Don't be a fucking issue. Don't be a fucking liability with your actions and don't think you're going to pay for it. The imaginary evils plague the shit out of you and just are a deterrent on any positivity in your life. The only way you know someone is positive is they're progressing. That's it. If you're not progressing, you have negative thoughts and they're holding you back. Negative actions and they're holding you back. So the point is to get a daily process. I'm going to keep preaching it. Get a daily program and a process that can buy you time through steps. So what we do is we have an early wake up time. That makes us proud because it's fucking easily one of the most difficult things on the planet is to wake up when you don't want to get up to chase your best self. It's the most grateful thing and it's the easiest way to gain a massive win in the morning. Then you go straight into reading something positive so that you can get that negative self-talk out of your mind, any problem you have of the day. And I want you to reflect on what you regret from the day before. My regret today is coming out of character with someone I loved yesterday. And so I'm going to make sure that it stings. I'm going to make sure I sit and I resonate in that pain so that I don't fucking do it again. I don't fucking do it again. This is what we do. If we seriously reflected on something we regret daily and we were able to overcome it, imagine what we could do in a year. You really believe that the external world, the money, the job, the validation of others, you really believe that's going to fulfill you other than getting rid of the pain inside you? Getting rid of the pain inside you is the prerequisite to living your life's purpose. Once you find how to cure that pain, you're going to realize it takes daily steps to cure that pain. You'll never just get rid of it. You'll never get rid of it. What you do, like I've said a million times, the Buddhist monk at the monastery doesn't just never get mad. He's just highly aware of his anger. So when his Buddhist monk buddy steals his prayer spot, he gets pissed for 20 seconds. And he's so hyper aware of that anger and how detrimental it is, how low of a vibration feeling that is, that he just shuts that window. Imagine shutting that window quicker every time you fall into a low vibration state, or you start to have to fight these internal enemies. These internal enemies are everything. They're our level up. When you learn to not fall victim to your comfort zone always causes you regret. Don't fucking lie about that. If you're comfortable when you walk into a room and you're like, oh, I have to have a drink. One drink turns into 5. The next day you regret it. You have to be honest with yourself and say, I regret my behavior and I don't want to fucking live like that. If you regret it, other people look at it and don't respect it. That's the facts. If you don't respect it, your fucking people don't respect it. And we can't live in that fucking manner. How the fuck could I even exist out here if I continually got in my way all fucking day? So whether it's the food from Thanksgiving and you regret eating all that, you feel like shit, listen to your internal voice. Don't just believe it's your choice or not. Take it to a higher power and say, I'm being governed from a voice within that knows what's best for me, knows what's best for me. So you guys always think that the pain in the penitentiary must be the stabbings, must be the fucking actual violence, how scary it must be. Want to know what's scary? Doing life. Want to know what's scary? Never seeing your girl again or your mom again. Never seeing them again. Never being locked away and forgotten. They forgot about me for all those years. I didn't get letters for years. I didn't see my mom for 10 years. You guys, the pain is what we're causing ourselves. I did that to myself. Get yourself out of this negative path. Adhere to a positive process. Soak up all these positive affirmations and everything you know that's true, that your conscience is calling you to be, and level the fuck up before it's too late. Your conscience is telling you, don't listen to me. Don't get ripped and say, I don't want to be as buff as Wes. Be as swole as you need to be. Be as fit as you need to be. Whatever it tells you in the mirror, whatever your conscience is telling you to be honest, level the fuck up. Let's go. The Chow Hall, walking in the Chow Hall in a penitentiary. There's nothing more frightening than when you just fell and you're on a high security level 4 yard, level 3 yard, high security yard, any prison yard, even county jail. When you just fell and you're walking in the Chow Hall. Yeah, some regulars who've been through it are like, oh, it's nothing. But that's what you don't get. It's because you're comfortable. And that's the main topic of this today. I would walk in the Chow Hall and fools just, bam, i.e. fools just got their hood blasted on their face. Fools are fully slung. And it's not even their look, it's their energy that's threatening. Their energy is threatening because of one thing. They're comfortable. And I'm not. And I got to figure out why I'm not comfortable. It's obviously because I haven't been in the penitentiary a long time at this point. But I'm trying to show you that how you walk in a room is everything. A man is the sum total of what he thinks about all day long. Are you thinking of your failures when you walk in a room? Are you? No wonder you're so weak when you walk in that room. Your highlight reel of your life needs to be playing right in front of your fucking face when you walk in that room. When you walk in that room, everything that you've accomplished, everything you've overcome, everything you are washes over you and you absorb it and you're repowered by it. Everything good you've done. Starve your failures. When you walk in that room, you remember, highlight reel, starve your failures, because it's coming off exactly that. So the point is, how do we make a highlight reel? Action. It's all about daily action. If you walk in, I can tell your energy enters the room way before you do. If you've been slacking all morning, if you were looking at fucking porn all night, if you've been doing some weirdo shit, it comes off in your energy. If you come in like, bam, I've been up, got my workout on point, everything, win stacked, what's up? That's a different man. You can create that man every day. The program I teach is exactly that. I stepped into a process in the penitentiary that brought me my greatest feeling alive. I was always in pain, and I could always overcome it with my process. So our daily actions, our habits, our self-talk, our actions are what strengthen us. Your energy's not lying. You haven't done shit, motherfucker. That's why you feel like it. People think they can outthink negative self-talk. Your self-talk ain't lying to you, bitch. Your self-talk is telling you who the fuck you are. Your self-talk is telling you exactly what you did that day. Your facts hurt. Tell me my facts as I walk in. I'm telling me my facts as I walk in that Chow Hall full of murders, full of robbers, full of everything, full of assault motherfucking gang member motherfuckers. And I'm in there doing a 10-piece. By the time I leave the penitentiary, I walk in the Chow. What's up? I just come up in. And not that fake energy. That energy like, damn, Wes really lives it. He's got love. If I come up to him in a real way as a real man, he's going to have some real respect for me. You see these fake motherfuckers out here who try to approach your boy in person and they put too much on it. Stop putting too much on it. Come in as yourself. In every room I'm in, I'm still like this even. You don't think I'm like this? In the gym, I'm like this. People are like, damn, that dude's even loud here like that. I would be disappointed if I met me and I wasn't like this. This is how I was in the penitentiary. I would be on the fucking yard, sitting there at the bars, at the weight pile, and I would be fucking preaching what I preach to you guys now. I brought up 1 million motherfuckers with checkered past that were liabilities before I even exited those gates with pure action and pure energy, because they wanted what they were feeling on this motherfucker who didn't have that aura of weakness, that bitch stink that's on a pussy motherfucker. Straight up. Watch how you walk in those fucking rooms, because someone like me is just sitting there sharking. I'm like, oh, look at this pussy. Hey, baby girl, you okay? And don't put off that fake shit. The only way you can put off that real shit is real actions, real accomplishments, really letting everything you've been through, all your struggles, who you are, wash over you. Let that wash. I don't even care if you have no money, you're barely fit, and you're a woman. Like, walk in and be like, I gave birth, motherfucker. That shit was rough. I overcame that. Literally. Pump your life up. Give your life power. But don't lie. And then see how good it feels to fucking validate yourself from your accomplishments. And then come in and get more each day. More accomplishments. And run off that ethical ego. Pump yourself up for the sole purpose of bringing others up around you. You're always going to have an ego, stupid. You're always going to have ego. Make it ethical. Don't just come in and be like, hey, I'm so jacked. Like, me, I'm jacked. Like, I'll come in jacked and I'll just be like, I got you. Let's do this. I want you to feel this way. I want you to come up with me. This shit feels awesome. That's why I keep preaching this, because this is what works, motherfucker. Everyone thinks it's something super high tech. It's really just consistency, discipline, dedication, fucking straight loyalty to your own fucking word, honoring your own fucking word. When I walk in that Chow Hall, motherfucker's like, damn, dude, this is one. Dude, this dude's got that real size on him. He don't got that fucking fake half-ass shit. Oh, weekend warrior pussy bitch shit. Want you guys to know what it feels to be in alignment with your authentic self. I was always called to be like this. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be what you're being called to be. For some reason, from within, since the dawn of time for me, it was telling me from my heart, my conscience, from above, it was telling me, Wes, come on, put this size on, get blasted, be a better man. Get that wisdom, get that knowledge, spit that shit. That looks good. Don't let shit affect you. Don't let these problems fucking ruin your energy, ruin your day. Be strong for others. Love them, give them love, show them who they are, build them up. This is what my conscience is always telling me, and I just listen now. I don't give a fuck what I want. I just listen now. And when I listen, even on them hardest days, I'm blessed even more. When someone comes and fronts on me and gives me bad energy, or even people that love me disrespect me, I know what they're doing. They're in a bad place with their motherfucking self. And if I don't crack, I don't break character, man, I'm vibing high. I'm telling you, next time you're tested, it ain't about what they're doing to you. It's about how you react. Don't fall victim. Be fucking strong. Hold yourself to your word. Go through these fucking holidays like a fucking G. And when I say G, I don't mean that fake ass term from those fake hard motherfuckers that always cry in the back. Those motherfuckers that come out with tits talking about, fuck Wes, you ain't even a real prison dude. Dude, you got tits on, boy. Shut the fuck up. Everybody knows how you live. And that's the real fucking message here. There's no hiding in this life. There's no hiding. You tell your story with your energy, how you look and your results.